So it's time for me to do the summary of The Economist. I'm sorry I missed the last two issues. Things been a bit hectic around work and stuff like that in my personal life. And when you get behind, man, let me tell you something. So, always broken into three parts: organizations, think tanks, security issues, and tantalizing tangibles. So this is a list. It is now over 180. I think I'm going to stop adding to it, of think tanks and NGOs. Cover any type of pretty much area of expertise you could think of: gun policy, technology, public transportation. So first of the security issues, Iran is acting up. So what's with this strange acting up of Iran? Well, Iran's kind of always been the odd man out in the Middle East, dominated by, of course, the religion of Islam, but a very different brand than most Americans are used to, Shia. And Iran is a different language as well. So it's got a lot of issues that set it apart, but it wants to be the dominant leader militarily, and unfortunately the only person that really interfered with Iran is Saddam Hussein, and we took him out of power. I pretty much stood down the Iraqi military, so it just has free reign now, and it's using its free reign. So also, the regime is very unstable right now. It's very unstable because the regime is getting old, frankly. That group of power, that group of clerics that seized power, they did that in the 70s. Having said that, a lot of people are saying, well, there'll be revolt. Yeah, there's revolt from the populace in Iran against the regime, but the problem with this all is the fact that I've heard it all before. Been there, done that. We just had the recent uprising there. You had the spring in that region. You also had the uprising when the morality police beat that one girl to death, or lady, I should say, to death. So I don't know if it'll happen. I certainly hope over the next couple of years it does. So those of you who remember the 90s might remember the dictator Mohammed Farrar Adid and how he used famine as a weapon. Well, here we are with Sudan. Famine times are ahead. 500,000 people may perish. And the thing is it's not that there's not enough food to feed the people of Sudan. It's the fact that, A, it's a lengthy bureaucratic process to even administer aid. You've got to go through several countries and get permissions and stuff like that. And also the fact that even if those obstacles are reduced, the, RSF, the Rapid Support Force, or RSA, Rapid Support Army, I forget which one it is going to try to seize the food and stop it from being administered to the people who need it most. Sudan is near being a failed state. So, on the good news, though, The Economist suggested a while back that the frozen assets from Russia could be used to help out Ukraine. For those of you not in the super no-no, Russian assets abroad were frozen. Putin and his thugocracy, if you want to call it that, the oligarchs, took a lot of money out of the country of Russia and put it overseas. And even with all the flurry of activity, trust me, we still have not clamped down on all of it. Money has just been taken from that country by the few elites. And now it seems that people are onto the idea, policymakers are onto the idea of using the interest from those bonds and assets to pump into Ukraine to help, of course, fight the Russians and rebuild what can be rebuilt. As I said, this was mentioned previously. The thing is it might take a while. These are large financial transactions. And although there's a way to do it legally, it hasn't been done. So it's going to take a while before this plan sees any type of fruition, if it does see fruition. Sometimes these things don't. Uh, but either way, that's all. Thanks for joining me this week, and have a great day. Start enjoying this beautiful weather we're having. It's late April, and all too soon over the next couple weeks, it's going to go into June, and then it's going to start becoming almost too hot.